14th Region Tournament today in the semifinals. Two great matchups, starting off with this Powell County and Breathitt County team, Coach Crow and Coach Honeycutt, and then after that followed by Hazard and Wolfe County. And Brady, listen, I love basketball, man.
It's a great day. I mean, it's a Saturday afternoon. You've got college hoops, high school hoops. You got, I personally think the semis of region tournaments probably the best day.
Oh my gosh!
In all of hoops.
Plus, you've got some SEC basketball going on today. The Cats up on Missouri 15-13 right now. First of all, I appreciate you tuning in to me and Brady here. Maybe you are listening to us on your phone, on your computer, and watching the Cats on the TV. If not, if you're watching us on your TV and not the Cats, I have no idea what's wrong with you for watching me and Brady instead of the Cats. But hopefully you're watching both. And so great day. Tough battle there, 18-13 now, the Cats over Missouri. And then here in this game right now, Breathitt County and Powell County. Brady, this is a game we've been talking about all morning this morning, ever since we woke up. And it's time. We're here.
It is. It is. A couple contrasting different styles, which we'll get into, I'm sure. And it's going to be exciting because now every team's good, like we talked about last night. Every team you play, there's no easy games on the schedule. So interested to see how this one will turn out.
I am too. You know, I had not seen in person the Pirates from Powell County play this year until the opening round here against Jenkins here at Knott County Central just the other day. Man, they are a big team in person. And when we talked about that, you said, just like I thought on TV, they didn't look as big as they are. You get here, they're a big team, and I think the advantage to them being so big, Brady, they are scrappy. They're mean out there on the floor.
And that means extra possessions. So if you're Breathitt, I think key number one is rebound the basketball. I mean, if you're like a Powell team, they're looking to get extra possessions. They may not intend to make that first shot, but they're sending 4 guys, 5, maybe even 5 guys at times to get that offensive rebound.
Absolutely. The only thing when I think about Powell County against Breathitt County, obviously you think about Breathitt County shooting. You think about Joseph Honeycutt. You think about Peyton Collins and their ability to shoot it from outside. But when you play scrappy like Powell County does, you're going to lose those guys at times. You're going to gamble on things that you might miss that leaves them for an open shot. And let me tell you, if you gamble on Austin Sperry getting to the rim, there's a good chance you might get dunked on or you might get it dished out for a wide open three. And that's going to be interesting to see tonight from Powell County.
And how do they contain it? Because you know Sperry's going to get his. I mean, he's a tough guy to stop.
Had 35 in the opening round the other day.
And in that game, he was held pretty consistently quiet for the start, and then he just erupted.
Yes.
And you can't get discouraged if you're Powell to let that happen, right? He's a tough shot maker.
Yes.
He's gonna make some shots that you expect him to miss, and you just kind of pat him on the butt and say good shot and move on. But you can't let his 2 points or his 3 turn into a 10 or 12 in a matter of 5 minutes, because that's where you're in trouble.
We saw that when they played against Perry County. We saw Perry County jump out to a lead there for a while, and it seemed like they were going to take that commanding charge of the game and ease it on out. And before you know it, Breathitt goes on a 10, 12-point swing, and they're in the lead at that point.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, Brady, if I am coaching against this Breathitt County team and Jeff Honeycutt, one of the things that comes to my mind that I'm going to tell my guys, we saw it against Perry the other night, Austin Sperry can get to the rim. He's good at it. He's great at it. He can get to the rim, and he's athletic. It's hard to jump with him. And so what you end up doing a lot of times, you end up fouling him.
Yep.
And one of the mistakes I think that I saw from Perry is they fouled him, and I think if you foul Sperry, you have to foul him to not let him make the shot.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying anything out of the way, too aggressive. But if you're going to foul Austin Sperry, you can't let him get the and one bucket on it.
You got to let him know you're there.
Yes.
No and ones. I think that's a non-negotiable. If you're Powell tonight, you can't give him any. You can't just let him see the ball go in the hole. If he's at the free throw line, he sees baskets go in. That's when he'll heat up.
Absolutely. He gets on that roll. And again, I mentioned one of the great things about him, and I'm curious to see in this Powell County game, Sperry is great at finding his teammates on the outside when a defense collapses. And if you're scrappy like that, you may go for some things that leave those guys open. So you mentioned earlier some guys that you thought were the key, and one of the things that comes to my mind is Jeff Honeycutt. And I think he's averaging about 2 threes a game right now, 2 made threes a game. And I can see him getting open for a few tonight. And if I'm Powell County, I've got to know where Joseph Honeycutt is at all times.
You do, and you saw it in the previous game in Stollard. I mean, he hit a couple big-time threes that kept them in the game, and then eventually they won. And so I think you, as a coach, you game plan against the Sperry, right? Like, how do we contain it? But you cannot lose any thoughts and different schemes about these other guys because they all can play as well.
Well, and with Powell County, it gets very interesting because you've got Bryson Edwards out there, but the player of the game the other night who really, really impressed me, some big-time shots down the stretch, was none other than Tucker Ramsey. He had a fan base back here when I was interviewing him after the game. I was trying to talk to him, and all you could hear was, Tuck, Tuck. He's got a fan base. So if he plays again tonight like he did against Jenkins, Breathitt County could be in big trouble.
Yep, and I think Powell's going to play a little bit fearless, right? They're coming in, what I would probably say is probably an underdog in this game. But you fear, if you're an opposing team, an underdog that has nothing to lose.
Yes.
They're going to come in here. They're going to impose their physicality on the game. And then Ramsey, I mean, he hit some tough shots last game, and you just can't let him get open looks.
No. And, Brady, I feel like a broken record, and I'm sorry for you all that have listened to me. Saw some loyal listeners over at Pine Mountain Grill in Wattsburg this morning. Thank you all for tuning in.
The Gerald.
Yes, yeah, Uncle Gerald's.
Uncle Gerald's.
That's the breakfast at Pine Mountain
Gerald's.
Grill. But I probably sound like a broken record, but my thing for me is when you look at these teams and you look at these games, Brady, it's the size, the atmosphere, and then we talk about teams that are senior-led. Breathitt County is a senior-dominated squad on the floor right now, a ton of seniors. And we've talked about how you're in this moment, this is do or die. You could be playing your last high school basketball game today.
Yep.
And they don't want that to happen. So you're going to see, I think, some passion from them on the floor, wanting to move on to the championship game. This is the semifinals. Powell County the opposite, and you love that take of Powell County being a little bit younger. There's not as much pressure. You can play a little bit loose, and I think if you're a scrappy team, that's great.
Yeah, scrappy. And you're playing with house money at this point. But I mean, we talk about it again earlier in the show. Every team's good. Every team's good. But we're not even talked about Terry yet of Breathitt. I mean, I loved his game the other night where he's laterally quick. Like he's a physical. He's a guy for Breathitt that can actually match up physically with this team, with Powell. But you can't sleep on his lateral quickness. He can defend all over the floor. Although he plays primarily inside, I mean, he can move laterally with pretty much anybody. Absolutely
anybody. And there was a college coach here the other day looking at Sperry, and we talked to him, and he was really impressed with a lot of that lateral movement and his ability and that's why I think he gets to the rim so easily. You think about taking away straight line drives. It's one of the things I always taught as a coach. You have to take away straight line drives. But when you have a player like Sperry who's able to straight line drive, okay, I don't have it. Well, let me sidestep, and I've got you here. It's really tough to defend, especially with his vertical leaping ability. But, man, I think, one of the things that I think gave Jenkins a really hard trouble the other night, and Coach Lee, is, again, and I mentioned this at the very start of the show, you don't always realize how big Powell County is. They are tall. They're almost 6'4", 6'5" across the board. You'll hear in the starting lineup 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'5". And it really causes problems, especially when you think about guys like Terry from Breathitt County, who is a monster on the glass. He cleans up. He's averaging almost 9 rebounds a game. He loves to clean up on the glass and get those points on the offensive boards. It's a little bit harder to do when you have the size of Powell County.
Yeah. Passes that you normally could make, there's a hand there. Shots might look a little bit different in your face. I look for Powell maybe to pack it in a little bit. Let's force him to shoot some threes. Obviously, don't give him just catch and shoot, but you just can't. And this is used in basketball all the time. You can't give Breathitt the momentum-changing plays tonight. You can't let the dunks because it's all about momentum, and you can't just let that go.
I do look. Coach Crow watched the Jenkins game the other day, or watched the Perry game the other day against Breathitt, and I think he saw that. And so I expect him. Maybe if you have a lead or don't have a lead, if Breathitt gets 4 points maybe right off the bat, goes on a 4-0 run, a 6-0 run, I look for him to call a super quick timeout tonight and try to settle that down. Because like you said, if you let the crowd get into it, Breathitt County packs this place out.
Yeah.
And Powell County will too. But if you let the Breathitt County fan base after a big dunk get really loud, it can really eat at your team. So I look for a quick timeout if something like that happens.
And I think a key to the game, Powell, they cannot turn the ball over. And if they do, it needs to be a dead ball turnover. They cannot throw it. Last game, they let Jenkins get back, stay in, and get – it was a game because they kept turning the ball over. You have to take care of the ball tonight. If you are to turn it over, make it hopefully be a walk or throw out of bounds. You can't throw passes, breakaway dunks, things like that. But the turnover battle may win this game tonight.
Well, and one of the things that I think is very interesting and unique about the 14th region, it's not the only region like this, but games are such a quick turnaround. You know, we talked to both Al Holland and Casey Huff from Hazard Knott the other day. Unfortunately, they met in the first round, and one of them had to go home early. But both coaches kind of mentioned the fact that, you know, you hate to see each other in the first round, but also you have a longer time to prepare for each other. You've got more like 4 days to prepare. It's a quick turnaround at this point, as in Powell and Breathitt each had really a day to prepare for each other. And so that's a quick turnaround. You have to, you know, play a team. If you're Jeff Honeycutt, you had to play a team like Perry County Central and Shannon Hoskins. You had a few days to prepare for that. But then you sit here and you probably watch this Powell County team and you're thinking, I've got 1 day to prepare for this size, this scrappiness, this physicality, and that's tough to do.
And it's tough. It's, as a coach, you look at teams when you're game planning and you're looking at them like from a systematic standpoint. How do you stop a set or things like that? But this Powell County team, that's an identity.
Absolutely.
You can't go into practice yesterday and practice rebounding toughness and scrappiness. Like, if your team doesn't have that at this point, I mean, you're kind of looking at that like that's not something that you can game plan against. It's more or less just verbalization through a coaching. But let's give it up for the coaches. I mean, there's been great games all around here. I think the 14th region has some of the best coaches in the state.
Some of the best.
And legends.
Yes.
I think everybody's done a heck of a job, and you see that if you display it. Even last night with the girls, top to bottom, girls and boys.
Well, you look at what these coaches have been able to do. If you do not believe that the 14th region has some of the best coaches in the state, look at the preparation in these games. Look at the game plan coming into each one of them and what they're able to prepare for the other team, strategize for the other team. It's honestly amazing. There's a reason I'm not coaching in this region anymore. There's a reason I'm on this show and not down there on the sideline. I can't keep up with these guys.
Sometimes, I mean, again, I know the time and effort that these coaches put into game plan. They're probably happy they only get 1 day because they drive themselves nuts for over a week.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean.
Well, and as a player, you probably like that as well. I think about that as a player, especially when you're used to playing 2-3 games a week, and then it gets to the region tournament time. You don't want to wait 4 days to play your next game.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm thinking? You want to almost bounce back, have a day of film, maybe get some shots up. You're ready to play again.
And as we were pulling in tonight, this afternoon, I said, Wes, what do you think of this game time? And he's like, no, they're used to this. So it's a 1 o'clock game. Friday night was last night. These guys woke up early. I've always said it. Noon games for college, 1 o'clock games high school. It sometimes favors the underdog.
So, Brady, you have been at the highest level of basketball with Division I. You were on staff with Kentucky for a while. You were on staff at Arizona State. What does that look like in a game when you're prepping for – you go through all week and you're used to playing games through the week at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then all of a sudden you go from normally playing a game at 7 to at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
When sometimes you're having a shoot around, now you're playing a game.
Yeah.
What's that like to adjust to?
I mean, it's a couple things, right? 1 o'clock, these guys are typically in school. So, like, I know a lot of the times high school's a little bit different. You can't control your practice time as much as college, but you try to practice around kind of the same time every day that you're kind of play. I would say the hardest part is eating. I mean, you typically, I know at the college level, you eat pregame meal right around 4 hours before the game. So, obviously, you're looking at right around – doing some math. Sorry, I graduated from Kentucky, so I'm not good with math. But 4 hours before 1 p.m. That's 9 a.m. So you're doing pregame meal right around 9. And obviously, any kind of film, you can't really do a shoot around. It's a little bit early, but it changes things, right? I mean, it's just different.
Let me ask you this: you have school all week because you're thinking about high school, so you have school all week. Kids are used to being at school by 8 a.m. They're waking up anywhere between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. Do you get them up that early again on a Saturday game like this to keep them in a routine, or do you let them sleep in a little bit longer?
It's all about routine. I think that's the beauty of coaches feel. They know their teams.
Yeah.
I would say the older aged guys, if you have an old veteran team, they can get ready and they know. Younger team, you kind of got to wrap them in. But it's going to be, I love an afternoon game.
I do too.
But I love like football at night though.
I feel like as a coach, it's a catch-22. There was nothing better than playing a 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock game, winning.
You got to win.
Winning, maybe going to your office and knowing that, okay, I can talk to my staff for a minute. I can go have dinner.
Yeah.
I can see my wife. I can see my kids. And then I can worry about breaking down film tonight. Now, the catch-22, I've been in probably more situations where I came out losing at 1 or 3 o'clock, and then you're miserable all day. Your dinner's ruined. It don't taste the same. You don't want to see your wife that day. You lost. You're in a bad mood. And so, I mean, it's a catch-22. On a game like this in the afternoon, you want to come out the winner for sure.
It is. And if you're a player, there's also a little bit, I don't know, you might be a little bit more clear from the headspace being here on a Saturday than it was. You didn't go through classes and things like that.
You're good and awake at 1 o'clock. You should be sitting in geometry at 1 o'clock or,
you're playing
or
hoops
biology.
now.
Yeah, now you're playing hoops. That's a good trade-off.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. The crowd is piling in. As I was walking in the gym, I could smell the hospitality room and I could smell the popcorn, and that's always a good sign that we're in the right place. When you come to Knott County Central, the environment is fabulous. Morton Combs Athletic Complex, you walk in, you see all the banners up here in the rafters, and when this place fills up like it did the other night and like I'm sure it will here again today, it is unbelievable in here. It's loud, the band's playing, people are talking, people are cheering, and to me, that's what gets these guys going.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun. I'm excited for the game.
Absolutely. Wes Smith, Brady Kennedy, we're sending it over to the crew.
Harmonic presents the Boys 14th Region Tournament on HT24.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Boys Double Quick 14th Regional Basketball Tournament. Manus Blair, Jim McCauley, David Adams, and all the crew with you. WYMT, Hometown 24. What a day for basketball. 4 teams left in the 14th Regional Tournament. Powell County and Breathitt County getting ready to tip it off here in about 10 minutes, and then we'll have Wolf County and Hazard. Manus, when you talk about Powell County, you talk about some athletic kids who really rebound well and can put the ball up.
And they definitely put the ball in the basket, and they did the first time that they played Breathitt County as well. Shot 12 of 20 from three-point range the other night, of course, against the Jenkins Cavaliers. They had 5 double-figure players and very talented across the board.
Jim, when you talk about Breathitt County, Austin Spurry, you got to mention him first, pal.
Well, you know, Austin Sperry does what Austin Sperry does, and he is a human highlight reel, and I have enjoyed watching him play so much. But, David, for Breathitt County to be successful, those big studs in the middle have to come out and play good.
Agree.
And I'm talking about Gross and Terry. And I have talked to Manus on the way down here. I have enjoyed watching Gross and Terry play this year because they are very fun. They work hard, very fundamental. And when they get those meat hooks on the ball, hey, you're not taking it away from them. But they need to have, you know, I look, and we said it a couple of times, Terry needs to have 10 to 12 tonight, and Gross probably needs to have 8. And they've also got to get Joseph Honeycutt to knock down open shots tonight.
Absolutely. It's, you know, Powell, the first game of the region, Manus, they got a lot of second and third opportunities.
Yeah, and, you know, they battled on the boards, and surprisingly against Breathitt in that last game, they were out-rebounded 35-17. It's just really hard. I mean, they out-rebounded them 35-17. So they've got the length, they've got the athleticism, and, you know, how much did that victory against Jenkins take out of them coming into this game? And I think the adrenaline, as we see them warm up out there, the adrenaline's still going for them.
Well, Jim, let's talk about Powell County again as well. Breathitt, we know Terry and Gross has got to play well. That's a big key for the Bobcats. If they don't show up, this Powell team could own the boards.
Oh, I agree. And you know, I looked and I had wrote down Colton Cook kind of being one of the X factors for Powell County, and they've got to be able to come in and limit those second chance points, hit the boards hard, and that's send forward the boards pretty much every time.
And you know what? Against Jenkins, Powell County made 25 of 31 free throws, and Brady Skidmore went on 8 straight free. After we said he shot 39%, and he made 8 straight free throws to seal it for Jenkins.
Yeah, brought it up to 60% pretty quick.
Yeah.
And you know, you've got to get good minutes. Powell County's deeper than Breathitt. You know, they've got Crow, Jackson Tipton, Skidmore that come in, and they can give them good minutes, and they're solid.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. It's Breathitt and Powell County coming your way soon.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Welcome back to the Double Quick Boys 14th Regional Tournament from the Morton Combs Athletic Complex on the campus of Knott County Central. Getting kind of crowded, guys. Breathitt County with a good crowd. Powell County still more fans coming in. We're expecting a good crowd. UK's ahead of Missouri 33-25 right now in the first half there. So we will check the scores. College scores as well throughout the afternoon, and also we'd like to check 16th, 15th, and 13th out, Manus Blair, and see how some ball games are going.
Yeah, because you've got the 15th boys at 1 o'clock. You got Pike Central and Paintsville, followed by Pikeville and Lawrence County. We'll try to pick that up. And, you know, you've got the 13th. You've got Harlan County and North Laurel and South Laurel and Pineville. So some good basketball going on in the mountains.
I want to thank all those that checked on me. I've been ill for the last 3 or 4 days, and thank all of you so much for your texts and well-wishing, and I appreciate all of you.
Yeah, we're glad you're back, David.
Yeah, someone sure, like I told Jim, I don't know who it is, but someone sure. Let's talk a little bit more about the Bobcats, Gross and Terry underneath, and I think you brought up a point. It's very crucial, Honeycutt, to hit some shots today.
And we saw, I guess, and you know, all the games run together. This is going to make 13 games in 6 days that we've done. But going into the Hazard game, you know, Honeycutt was 4 for 4 from the three-point line, and he didn't shoot the ball real well in the first round of the regional tournament. So, I'm kind of looking for Powell to come out and zone Breathitt, try to keep Sperry out of the lane. And if they zone them, you have got to have good scoring from Honeycutt.
And Collins.
Yes.
But Honeycutt had 4 3-pointers and I keep bringing that up because it was just really recent. And Joseph had 4 3-pointers in that game. And I kind of like Jim, David. If he's got an opening, he's got to take it, and especially if they do zone them.
I agree with that, guys. I think Honeycutt will be crucial today. We've seen him have some big games this year, really shoot the ball well. So, if Sperry shoots as good as he did the first game of the region, well, Powell County's got a task ahead of them.
Yeah, and the thing about it is when he is aggressive with the basketball and the offensive set, it just gets the Bobcats off to a really good start.
Absolutely. We're just about a minute away from doing some things here at the complex. Want to remind everyone we're glad you're along on WYMT, Hometown 24. We'll try to do and serve you the best we can with these ball games, as we always do. We're about minus. One factor we didn't talk about, Gross did not score a lot of points the last game.
And the thing, he did not score a whole lot against Powell County, and I think it had something to do with Ramsey, Faulkner, and Edwards in their defense down at Breathitt County. And, Edwards is a fine, outstanding young man in relation to handling the ball and getting the offense in the sync.
Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip. Stay with us. Great basketball action in the 14th region.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
Dad, turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the complex. This is that time of the day. Our starting lineups, Manus Blair.
Powell County Pirates first visitors on the scoreboard. First of all, junior guard Bryson Edwards averaging 20 points a game. Number 22, senior guard Zeke Crow averaging 8.2. Number 1, junior forward Tucker Ramsey averaging 11.9. Number 5, junior forward Riley Faulkner averaging 10.3. And 00, sophomore forward Colton Cook averaging 6.7. Pirates are coached by Josh Crow in his first year.
Having a good year, the Powell County Pirates.
17-11, David, and winners of 4 of their last 6, including the big first win against Jenkins, 85-68 in overtime. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Breathitt County Bobcats, 22-8 on the season. Coached by Jeff Honeycutt. Number 23, senior forward Joseph Honeycutt, averaging 6.7. Number 12, senior forward Braxton Turry, averaging 10.3. Number 20, senior center Kanan Gross, averaging 7.1. Number 11, senior guard Peyton Collins, averaging 7.4. And number 14, senior guard Austin Spurry, averaging 23 on the season. And once again, the Bobcats are coached by Jeff Honeycutt. Winners of 5 of the last 6, including the first round win over Prairie Central, 64-60.
Well, it's about that time for first quarter. About ready to get underway here at the complex. Good crowd, but I expect a little bigger crowd as the day goes. Hazard and Wolf County will follow this game about 20-25 minutes after this one ends, and that should be a dandy as well, guys.
It should be, as the officials from the 13th Region Association once again, and calling the boys and the girls, as Austin Spurry will go up against Bryson Edwards.
Yep, and basketball's underway at the complex.
And the tip goes to the Bobcats. Powell County man-to-man. Isolating Spurry against Crow. Spin. Oh, puts it down right off the bat.
Music Hammond early.
Gee whiz. First play of the game, he spins back with a 2-handed dunk. Look out.
And just like I talked to Austin before the game, he's ready to go, and he points down. He's got a ankle brace that's loose after the dunk.
Nice hands.
But turnover from Powell County. Spurry,
he's
3.
feeling it.
And it's going to be long. Rebound's going to come down to Ramsey.
Yeah, great box out right there.
And like you said, they out-rebounded them 18 that first game, and that's uncommon with Gross and Turry on there, but kudos to them as Edwards goes in, loses control, but it was off of Collins.
Powell, you know, when you do a great job blocking out guys, the game comes a little easier on the rebounding part.
You're right, especially if you're playing man-to-man. You get a body on them. Ramsey trying to come off of Gross into the lane, spins back. Gross has got him, and it's going to count.
You know, Ramsey had a great game against Jenkins in the first round, and he went right to work. And one of the things we talked about earlier was Breathitt County can ill afford to get in foul trouble.
You're right, especially with Gross or Turry having a set, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because they don't have anyone else of their size to come in off the bench, and Ramsey, 59%, misses the free throw.
We're tied at 2, 6:50 to go. First quarter from Morton Combs Athletic Complex, side of the boys' 14th Regional Tournament.
Goes to Spurry up, and it's going to not go, but there's Gross, misses it. Rebound's going to be tipped around. Ramsey has it, Edwards going one-on-one against Collins, steps in, puts it in.
Nice shot. I thought Breathitt should have hit the shot down here, guys. You got to make those in the regional tournament.
Collins double team, goes up in there and finds Gross. He spins, got the angle, goes up, blocked that time by Faulkner. Edwards into the lane, the kicker, and got him off the, but 15-footer good by Ramsey.
Yeah. Ramsey, good follow through there to make it 6-2, guys.
Got 4 now. Shot the ball really good. They shot 57% in the first contest down at Breathitt County.
Yeah, and Faulkner and Ramsey really, when they're playing well, that really helps Powell County.
Turry bulls in, puts it off the board and in.
Guys, really, I think Coach Honeycutt wants that play each time down if they're in man. I'll be honest with you.
Pounding that thing early inside. And they stop action so Austin Spurry can tie his ankle braces. Lost him, I guess, on that two-hand slam off the baseline. And we're ready to go. Edwards thought about it for just a second. Tight off the screen, and it's going to go. Faulkner. And that foul is going to be on.
It was Sperry, wasn't it?
I think that was on Spurry.
It was.
Yes, it was. And Faulkner will go to the line to try to complete it 63%.
Powell County's hitting shots 15, 16 feet away. Does Coach Honeycutt maybe think about going zone and pushing them out a little bit, guys?
You know, another foul, and you're going to be forced to.
Yeah.
Not really sure, David. I think they'd like to stay in the man as long as they can. Good pass, and it goes to Turry, and he lays it in. Gross with assist.
9-6. Powell County very quick about getting the ball inbounds and coming their way.
Looking to push it, and everything's going through Edwards. Allowing the isolation against Turry. Edwards goes up and puts it in.
And you know, that's kind of, when that quick whistle comes out right off the bat, you play so much more attentive on the defensive end.
You're exactly right, because you definitely don't want to get too early in the first quarter. Spurry going against Cook. 15-footer good.
Nice shot. He elevates so well in his jump shot. Reminds you a lot of a Jeff Shepard kind of jump shot.
And he jumps back somewhat, so it's really hard, David, to get to.
Yeah, it's hard to defend.
Going to Ramsey, and he's going against Gross. Looking for isolation is what Powell County is doing. Crow goes in, and that's going to be a walk.
Powell will sit there 2-2-1 back up, guys, just to slow the ball down.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, Breathitt's converted really well out of this.
And then they'll fall back in their man, leave a Honeycutt wide open. 3 good.
Yeah, Honeycutt from downtown Hyman makes it 11-all with 4:05 to go.
And you know, when they move Sperry down into the block, you know, he draws so much attention that it's going to cause, you know, one of the shooters to be open out top. When you knock down a couple of those threes, it changes the complexion of what you do defensively.
Powell County 5 out. Edwards 3 good.
Edwards a nice touch, 20-footer off that right side, Jim.
Yeah, Edwards is a good scorer, and he can score, you know, all 3 levels.
And you know, he didn't start out that way against Jenkins, but later on picked it up, and he's got 7 so far, and it's knocked away from Collins. And there it's going to go as a turnover on Breathitt County.
Got to bend your back on the basketball. Or
can't stand up and dribble that thing.
If you do, you will lose the ball.
Yeah. Especially if someone is right up on you. 3 good, and they continue to be hot.
Powell County is on fire.
Ramsey got 7. Spurry goes in. Hangs up in there, gives it to Turry and in.
Nice touch there, 17-13. Bobcats got to concentrate on the defensive end. I know they're hitting some shots, but the hands got to be up in the face, like that.
Edwards 3.
Like
doesn't
that,
go.
fellas.
Rebound to Gross,
like that.
Well, you know, David, the thing is, Powell County's 4 and 5 are much more mobile
And that's
much more mobile than Breathitt County's big. So when you're getting Gross and Terry out on the top of the key like that, it's hard for them to match up because if they get close to them, they're going to drive by them.
Yeah, agree.
And Edwards will pick up his first. Collins out for the Bobcats, Stallard in, and Tipton in for Powell County. Powell County red hot, guys, from the outside. Pounded it in. Turry is fouled on the way up. Nice inbounds pass and play as Honeycutt made the nice bounce pass. And Colton Cook will pick up his first. Turry will go to the line 75% on the season. Already was 6 points early. And that one's off.
Oh, my, this time of the year the rim gets small. You got to make those, guys.
You got to put that hand in the cookie jar. And that one's off as well. And Tipton with a rebound.
Boy, Powell has absolutely shot the net off.
And driving down in there goes Ramsey once again.
Really easy right there for Powell County to get to the basket.
Yep.
Powell County showing their skill on the offensive end. Spurry goes in off the board, misses it. Rebounds battled for, and Ramsey will come out of there with it, looking to push it up to Tipton. Back to Ramsey. I thought there for a second he was going to shoot from the 3-meter volleyball line. Trying to isolate on the block as Edwards gets it in there, and it's going to be an offensive foul, and that will be the second on Edwards.
Bad luck for the Powell County Pirates because Edwards is the straw that stirs the drink out there.
Edwards really should have just caught it and went around straight up with it. He had the leaping ability to get the shot.
But he put that shoulder into it.
Yeah, you know, I believe that's habit for him sometimes.
But they had the right play call, and they had the isolation down there, and Coach Crow is going to keep him in there, but 13 is coming to the scorers table, so that may be his day. And Stallard goes in, lays it in.
Stallard drive there. 2 minutes to go, first quarter.
Ramsey, it was blocked by Spurry. Outlet to Stallard, knocked away.
You know, we saw Stallard have some really good minutes early in the year. He was injured, and now he's come back, and he'll be a huge boost for Breathitt County if he can have a solid game tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
And Creech did not get in the basketball game, and Edwards was coming out and must have not checked in. Cook palmed it, held it in his hand, and then went on with it. But that will allow Creech to come in and take Edwards out with those 2 fouls.
Number 13, John Creech.
Turry is slipping, guys, a little bit. Don't know exactly what happened to him.
I did not see it.
Well, he's been battling an ankle injury all year.
Yeah. So hopefully the young man can get it took care of and get back. He's played so well in this tournament.
Yeah, and Brantley Campbell is in for the Bobcats. Stallard with another one. But there's Campbell who just came in.
Wow.
Pump fake by Honeycutt. Nice pass. Oh, he loses it, but it's over the.
Wow, what a play.
Gross puts it in after
what a play.
Gets a little spin on the ball.
Yeah, I thought that one was coming out, guys. Campbell and Creech neither played in that first round game, so quickly in this semifinal they have entered the basketball game.
Well, Breathitt County putting together a nice little run to close it to 2.
Creech, a junior, and Campbell, a senior, goes to Tipton. Step back, doesn't have it, but Crow, long 3 off the back iron. Spurry goes way up, advances it to Stallard. Stallard thought about it, goes back to Spurry, goes up, puts it in.
Tied in 19, 30 seconds.
His body control is so good to get in the lane like that.
And avoid the charge.
Yeah, the charge once he went
just
elevated straight up.
Ramsey goes in, spins, left hand, good. A phenomenal move.
There's where Powell is trying to set the screen out top and get him mismatched down underneath, guys.
Foul was on Campbell, and Ramsey will go back to the line. He missed his only free throw. Has 11 points here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's picking up right where he left off in the second half of the Jenkins game.
You darn right, and he knocks that one down.
19 seconds. Bobcats will have the basketball.
And looks like they're going to hold down, and the arrow will be going to Powell County to start the second. Stallard dribbling the basketball, no count on him. Pump fakes, goes to Honeycutt. Long three, doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down. Battled for, and nobody will get a shot off, and that will end the first quarter.
22-19 our score. Powell County by 3. Second quarter coming up from the complex. Stay with us.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
Welcome back to Knott County Central High School, WYMT, Hometown 24. Glad to have everyone along on this Saturday afternoon. By the way, the girls' championship game will be tonight, 7 o'clock from Memorial Gym in Hazard. And you'll want to be sure you tune in for that one. That should be a dandy as well, as that will be Knott County Central and the Hazard Lady Dogs will play that matchup. Second quarter underway as Powell will get the basketball.
Looks like everybody, Skidmore is in for Powell County. And Ramsey left open, misses it on the front edge. Rebound scramble for Skidmore. Gets it. Ramsey goes into the lane, and it's knocked away by Stallard to Spurry. Hesitation, dribble, spins, and he's going to lose the basketball to Skidmore. Skidmore, a freshman, came in and did a lot in the fourth quarter in overtime.
Yeah, I thought so too. A nice body for the freshman.
And Creech steps through, and he's going to be called for an extra step. Spurry will bring it up. Going against Skidmore. Into the lane, looks like a nice pass. Gross got to put it in there, and he's fouled on the second shot.
Gross has got to make those guys if you're going to take advantage, because Powell County's shooting the ball well.
Yeah, but you know, Sperry does such a great job of finding that open person when the defense collapses on him.
And his players move. Even when he goes up, they're still looking for the basketball when he goes up. Gross' first shot is good, 58% on the season.
Yeah, Gross having a good game so far.
Second one good. Give him 4. Braxton Turry rising up on the bench, trying to stretch out whatever's going on for him. Cook with the basketball. Everything was going through Edwards now. It changes a little bit with Edwards with those 2 fouls. Creech into the lane, gives it up to Cook. Pump fake, goes up, misses it. Think Spurry got a tip on that one. Spurry to the baseline. He's being held by Skidmore, and that will be his first.
Spurry, very, very quick first step. Here comes Terry back in, guys. A little bit of limp, but Gross is going to get a break, looks like, for Breathitt County.
And Faulkner will come back in, kind of struggling a little bit offensively without Edwards. Goes into Turry. Kick back to Spurry, 3. A little bit long. Rebound comes to Stallard. Stallard goes into Turry. Up and good. Nothing wrong with Turry.
Nope.
Got 8.
And the thing about it, we've watched him play. He's a warrior. He's not going to let anything keep him from playing in this game.
Now, if you're Powell, you're going to try to leave the middle a little more open. Last few times down, it's been spacing has not been good.
Goes into Skidmore, and he is fouled as Breathitt just took the lead, and they'll have an opportunity to go back. And that foul was on our Aaron Stallard. Skidmore, who last night I said he shot 39%. He raised it to 60% on the number of free throws he made against Jenkins in the first round.
Yeah, he was definitely clutch down the stretch.
And
here we go again,
I
guys.
bragged on him.
Bobby Keith had a saying that everyone lived with, and it's a saying that it's still strong today. Teams who miss free throws are like dogs that play in the highway. They're not around very long, guys, in postseason. And when you miss them, it hurts.
And the other night, Powell County missed very few free throws.
That's true.
And Skidmore heard you and said,
I'm going to make this one, Mr. Adams.
Yes. Stallard into the left hand. Nobody takes him. Floater off the board. Nice shot.
My little rainbow.
Yeah, Stallard already contributing more than he has the last few games we've seen him play.
You know, he did more in that fourth quarter of the night. And Creech is fouled, as I believe Turry is going to pick up the foul, I believe. And yes. That's his first. Creech will go to the line where he is a 65% shooter.
Breathitt County fans, quick to let the referee know the appreciation they had for that call.
Powell County fans over there giving the thumbs up, and Creech rattles it and it won't go.
5:47 to go until the half. And 25-23 score as the Bobcats are leading by 2.
Creech with the second, and it goes. First point for Creech. Stallard coming off the screen once again. Nobody gets him.
Wow,
Same result.
Nice the rainbow jumper.
Yeah, kind of looks like that night down at Memorial Gym where Stallard was hitting against the Bulldogs.
That's been a long time ago.
Yes, it has. Ramsey, it's a little bit long, and Powell County has gone cold.
They started off awful hot, guys.
Back door. Stallard retains control. Skip pass to Campbell. Spurry asked for the screen. And throws it off Skidmore after Skidmore went up in the air and did not bite. Crow will come in for Creech for Powell County.
Yeah, Skidmore's a good-looking freshman over there
He
from Powell
is
County.
Strong kid.
Yeah, solid.
Holds the ball
Yes.
well. Yeah.
And there's going to be a timeout, guys. I didn't see if it's going to be a full
It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 27-24, 5 minutes, second quarter. We'll be back.
This is the fourth app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
27-24 near the 5-minute mark as Honeycutt will get ready to put it in play for Breathitt County. Bobcats leading by 3 as we get back to play.
And both teams keep the same and go straight in, and that's
What
a
a nice pass. Or fake pass, sorry. Sperry did a fake wraparound all Michael Jordan and goes up for the easy 2.
But, you know, that's all set up by the person throwing the basketball in, which is Joseph Honeycutt, and he's making really good passes from underneath. That gives Spurry aid, and Crow to the lane and puts it in.
Crow, a nice drive there, right off the glass. Look good.
Spurry going against Skidmore. And
yeah, he got a little too much body on the lower part. Did a nice job until after the shot was released.
That's his second on Skidmore, and Spurry will go to the line for the first time, where he is shooting 77%.
You know, Sperry not as effective as we saw him last game from the outside, but now he's taking his game to the inside.
First one is good.
Bobcats 30, Powell County 26. We knew this was going to be a tight game, guys. Powell County very athletic, even though the Bobcats one of the favorites.
You know, this is the first time I've seen this lineup for Breathitt County all year. With Stallard, Collins, and
I think they may have used it a little bit in that initial Hazard game that we did. I might be mistaken.
I think he might have been out of bounds when he tried to throw the ball.
Coach Honeycutt did not like the call, I can tell. He's getting right beside the C official to whisper in his ear.
Yeah, he's
being sly. Skidmore trying to get it in, and it's going to be a turnover. Nobody presented themselves to.
You know, you look at Powell. They were taking the ball to the basket, and they kind of blocked their lane up, and they need to have a little better spacing down
And, you know, Coach Crow just now said, guys, you got to come to the basketball. Knocked away. Collins has it on the sideline. It's going to be a turnover.
Nice job by Powell County on the trap, guys.
Faulkner with the basketball dribbles. 13-footer comes up short. Rebound to Spurry. Got a 2-3 against 3. Step through, Spurry, left hand, good.
Play a little music, Hammond, Big Spurry.
Man, the Euro step freed him up, and he went with the left hand for the lay-in.
And Crow on the spin is going to be called for the foul.
Was that on Sperry?
Nah,
No,
I don't think so. I think it was on, and it was on Campbell, and that's his second.
You know, Campbell has come in and played physical for Breathitt County, guys, on the paint, if you've noticed. Now Gross comes back in. He did a good job to take Gross's spot.
And you know that Coach Honeycutt has to have, as Jim said in the pregame, has to have some subs to come in and help, and the ball's knocked away. Hustling, they're going to say that Stallard was on the line when he dove, and it will be Powell County basketball. Stallard loses a little skin.
Yeah, and that's a good job by Honeycutt keeping the bigs fresh. So he's got an extended break for Terry and Gross here in the first half.
Ball goes back to Crow, and he'll run the offense, being guarded by Collins. You know, Powell County trying to stay in this game with Edwards with those 2 fouls as Faulkner goes in, puts it up.
Oh, that's a tough shot, guys.
Yeah, nice play.
Tough shot.
Give him 5. A much-needed basket by Powell County.
Yep. 3:15, 32-28 score.
Isolating Turry against Tipton. Bulls his way in, goes up off the board and puts it in.
McCauley, put that guy with a football at fullback. Let him go, my man.
Turry with 10.
He's so strong and uses that leverage to work his way inside so well.
Nice move by Ramsey. Oh, I thought it was going in.
Like the move, guys. He just couldn't finish, but he had the right idea.
Not missed many shots tonight. Collins going against Faulkner, puts it up, rolls and goes in. First 2.
You know, the Cats are starting to get a little heated up, guys. Some shots are going for them.
And Coach Crow identifies that.
Yeah.
And, you know, unlike the Perry Central game, it's been very much a team effort so far. I think that's, 6 different Bobcats that have scored?
5.
Going to be a full timeout. Let's take one as well, guys, with 2:32, 36-28, Breathitt County leading. We'll be back shortly.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
36-28 our score, 2:30 to go until the half. Man, Toyota at the half will be up. We'll try to check scores all throughout the Eastern Kentucky area. Powell County with a basketball to get us started back.
And I thought that was a good call by Coach Crow on the timeout, trying to get his team settled down and into some offensive rhythm.
Right, I agree.
Skidmore into the lane, kick to Tipton. It's almost thrown away on the sideline.
Yeah, the Pirates definitely need Edwards back in the game.
Yes. And they're trying to get through as Faulkner misses the three.
He had good form on that,
good.
guys. Just a little short.
Spurry into the lane, working the two-man game. Nice job by Tipton, and he is going to be fouled by Spurry.
Yeah, if there was a frustration foul on Spurry's part, and that's 2 on him.
Yes, it is. That's
I
2.
thought Spurry backed up without the basketball there, guys.
Yeah, he did.
He left the ball and didn't take it with him backwards, and he lost possession of the basketball.
And that's the 4th team foul on Breathitt County, and Powell County will shoot the bonus the rest of the 1 minute and 30 seconds in the second quarter. Goes into Faulkner, trying to get that 3rd foul on Spurry. It's long. Rebound to Crow and back in.
Nice rebound. Nice put back off the glass, Jim McCauley.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the next time out they don't get Spurry out, so he doesn't pick up a cheap one here in the last minute. But they may hope for the last shot.
Yes. With a 6-point lead, that would not surprise me. But if you get Turry matched up on that block right now, that's a bad matchup for Powell.
And Tipton is saying he's been in the lane too long, keeps looking at the official. So a lot of work between Tipton and Turry inside. It go right into Turry, bulls his way in again.
How do you stop that, Maina Spar?
I don't know.
With a D9.
Yeah, but that's 12 for Turry.
In the first half.
In the first half. Matches his uniform number. Goes into Ramsey. Spurry's got to be careful in there. Yeah, and that foul's going to go Gross.
Yep, Gross some body contact there.
And, of course, that's going to send Ramsey to the line where he is 1 of 2 and has failed to score in this second quarter, guys.
Gross will come out. Probably a good move by Coach Honeycutt with 30 seconds, guys. You don't want him to get the 3rd one.
First one is
here
long.
we go, Powell County.
You know, as good as Powell shot the free throws against Jenkins, they're probably right around 50% so far this game.
Well, it's a new day for Breathitt and Powell. The goal gets even smaller than it was the first game. It makes it tough with all that pressure, don't it, Jim?
Oh, yes, it does.
They're 4 for 8 in the first half so far. And the second one's off. There's Skidmore. Skidmore up. Doesn't go. Tip. And it's going to be Stallard coming out of there.
Powell County working hard not to get nothing out of that guy.
And Spurry's going to back it up wisely as Coach Honeycutt was trying to get his attention.
38-30, 10 seconds.
Got to be careful on the picking up a charging foul to Spurry as he takes it in there. Goes into the lane, goes up over his head.
Oh, my goodness. They called the block.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was falling before Spurry even got there. But
it was wise to try to do that.
Oh, yeah. But what an incredible pass off of that, even though it didn't count, back two-handed over the head.
And did they give him 2?
He will get 2.
Okay, and Spurry will go to the line for 2. And the first one is good.
9-point lead by the Bobcats. Powell County come out shooting it out, guys, but it's tightened up on them in the second quarter.
Well, when Edwards went out, it changed the complexion of the Powell County
Well, it's
offense.
just having David Adams out. It just breaks up things. And the make is good. Long shot is not going to go, and that will end the first half, guys.
Yep, 40-30 our score from the complex. The boys' 14th regional tournament. We'll take a break. Stay with us right here on WYMT Hometown 24.
For over 25 years, we fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates & Sloan right now and let us fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates & Sloan.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Hey, it's Kristen, Marketing Manager at Appalachian Wireless. March is here at Appalachian Wireless, and we know that being local is a game changer. That's why we're bringing you slam dunk savings all month long. Whether you're upgrading your device or switching to the region's best network, now's the time to score big. Don't miss out on these deals with Appalachian Wireless, where there's no madness, just game-changing deals. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail or authorized dealer location. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
The first one this game, or this,
How much is that for?
500.
Wow, they got plenty of dough.
Oh, yeah.
Get in there.
Congratulations to Sawyer Hall. He is the winner of
Sawyer Hall.
$500.
40-30 is their score. 7:46 to go. And guys, we were looking and we got a winner. Sawyer Hall.
Yeah. Sawyer Hall.
Made a mid-court shot and
Little
my.
Richard.
The man Toyota that time. Have we got a Kentucky score?
I was looking at Pike Central and Paintsville over in the 15th region, and it's 27-21.
I figured that'd
Pike
be a
Central.
good game.
Really? Yes. That's over at Pike Central, remember? It's 27-21.
That's kind of a surprise for me.
Well,
I do not have a score for UK. I'm really, we're undefeated when we do a game. Kentucky wins every game, and it's 62-48 with 11 minutes to go. And I'm sorry if anybody out there is taping it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Well, Manus, us do our stats, our halftime stats, and see where we're at the present time.
All righty. First for the Powell County Pirates, and Cook did not score. Ramsey had those 12 big points in the first quarter, did not score in the second. Tipton failed to score. Edwards was 7 before picking up those 2 fouls in the first quarter. Faulkner had 5. Creech had 1. Skidmore with 1. Crow with 4 by quarter, 22 in the first and 8 in the second for a total of 30 for the Breathitt County Bobcats. Collins had 2, Stallard with 6, Campbell did not score, Turry with 12, Spurry with 13, Gross with 4, Honeycutt with 3, scoring by quarter, 19 in the first, 21 in the second for a total of 40.
Well, if you look right now at Powell County, what do you need to change, Jim?
Well, I think it all, you kind of hit on it with opening the lane up and trying to do a little bit more isolation. But a lot of it comes from Edwards. He's the straw that stirs the drink. I said earlier, when he's in there, it changes it because he's a good passer. He can score. Also, out of the 13th, got an update at halftime, 21-17 North Laurel over Harlan at half. Very low-scoring affair.
You know that's going to be a tough region over there, guys.
Oh, yes.
Some good teams in the 13th. So I look for that to have some nail biters. No
and when you got Davidson for North Laurel and the ball handling of North Laurel, looks like to me they're kind of making it a patient half-court game. And can't count out Harlan County when you got Maddox Huff.
Oh, he can shoot the rock, no question about it.
He can get it done.
But, I just think that Breathitt County is going to continue to pound it down low and try to go whoever Edwards is going to be guarding, try to get him out of the basketball game.
What adjustments do you make with that?
Well, you can go to zone. We talked a little bit about that pregame. But Coach Crow may not want to go to that zone and might have to just keep Edwards early from picking up that quick third foul in the third quarter.
Well, we've got another ball game after this one, about 20-25 minutes. We have Hazard and Wolf County coming up, so you'll want to stay around for that one. Also, after this game, we'll have the post-game show with the winning coach and the UK healthcare player of the game. And also, that is something to look forward to, guys. And right now, we've got a shootout in Hammond, as we thought it'd be, 40-30 air score. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll get ready for the second half. We'll talk a little more ball and get it going. Stay with us.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. From compact track loaders to the world's #1 selling compact excavator for 20 years, the Kubota construction lineup is ready to work. Visit your local dealer today.
Visit Holbrook Equipment at Exit 40 off the Mountain Parkway in Campton.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Hunter down here at Walters Mazda Mitsubishi. As the weather warms up, there's no better time to get behind the wheel of a new ride. So y'all can get into one of these Mazda CX-90s as low as 2.9% on 72 months. Or get $4,500 off select Outlanders now until the end of March. Check out these offers and more by clicking the link below or give us a call at 606-437-9810. Don't forget to ask for Hunter.
Remember, when others won't, Walters will.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Pizza in the bottom and fruit.
Man, you can't beat that. Yeah. And welcome back to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. Want to thank Mr. Greg Kahn for bringing us water up here, guys, and making sure we're fed. Even though our producer gives us a rough time at times, we're still thankful to him.
Yeah, we acknowledge that.
Any scores across the area, guys?
Oh, I didn't go back to it.
No, the only thing I've got, it's at the half over there at Corbin and North Laurel leading Harlan by 3.
And Pike Central and Paintsville is at the half with Pike Central up. So
I tell you what, we should have by tonight we should have.
It's reduced the number down.
Oh yeah, big time, no question about it.
And there are some championship boys games even played today, and
right.
And of course in the girls, you know, the 7th region will be played tonight, girls, and that will be who the 14th region will face, and that's Sacred Heart and DuPont Manual. So, you know, tough draw.
Yep, and this is the Double Quick Boys 14th Regional Tournament from Knox County Central High School. Glad to have everyone along on this Saturday, and you can't beat high school basketball in Eastern Kentucky. That's one thing about it.
And, you know, the 7th Region girls will play the 15th. And then, of course, tonight's winners will play the 5th Region in girls, and that will be between Taylor County and Bardstown. And that's kind of a upset with Bethlehem, but Bethlehem lost the young lady Mayo early in the season. So pretty good draw for the 14th, not so much for the 15th.
You know,
but Johnson Central, we hope you can pull the upset.
Yeah. Manus, I'm watching these girls from Breathitt County throw the T-shirts, and I think the Reds could use 3 or 4 of them in their bullpen.
There you go.
Based on last year's bullpen of the Reds.
Now, wait just a minute. We're not going to get on the Reds now.
Just wanted to share that.
40-30 your score as Breathitt County will have the basketball to start the second half.
And it goes into Spurry, and he's fouled immediately by Crow. And that's kind of why we started the first quarter with Spurry going to the block. Here we go. We get trying to get a little water in us. My voice is about gone. I know David's is about gone. Collins long 3. And doesn't go. Rebound comes down to
Cook.
Cook came in there.
Nice block out by the Pirates.
Edwards turns off the board, misses it. Oh, and Spurry had it knocked away by Cook, but Turry was able to get to it.
You know, Sperry motions for him to clean the lane, and he goes to work.
Fake goes into Gross off the board and in.
Man, that's a tough shot when you're going inside that way like
They
that.
do such a good job in there, Terry and Gross.
Guys, Powell County just not shooting the ball very well since really after the first quarter it was automatic and they've just cooled down, and that could be contributed to the Bobcats matchup defense.
Edwards goes into Crow. He tries to go. A nice spin by Crow, but he can't get it over Spurry. And it will go out of bounds, and it will be Breathitt County basketball for not a good start so far for Powell County coming out of halftime.
No, it's getting to be danger time for the Powell County Pirates.
Once again, Spurry going to the block. Going against Crow in isolation. Ramsey coming over. Spin, 15-footer, misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Powell County.
Yeah, Cook doing a great job in there on the glass.
You can't use the board from that angle Spurry was at. It's tough.
Edwards to Cook to Crow. Steps in, bodied up, turns. He's open, but he misses it.
Now, you could have used the board there.
Yeah, that's a...
And, you know, Crow with that mask is having trouble a little bit as Spurry goes in there and lays it in. You know, that thing is really, you know, it's aggravating to wear a mask, I know, and it fogs up and does all those other things. So Crow's struggling with that as he was moving it earlier. Ramsey into the lane, bulls it up and misses it, and that's going to be a foul on Terry.
3 on Terry, isn't it, or 2?
That is going to be his second. And Ramsey will go back to the line.
You know, if I'm Powell County, I try to take advantage of that matchup, you know, very often down there because he's very athletic.
And, you know, he's got the height and the length on Terry. And he knocks it down. Had been struggling a little bit from the line, but knocks that one down. Skidmore in the basketball game for Coach Crow. Second one rattles and goes. Much needed points by the Pirates.
44-32.
Terry with a quick move, and he lays it in.
And we've seen that all year from him. Really quick feet.
14 points for Terry. Edwards going into the lane, turns, pivots, gives it to Cook. Nice fake, goes into lane, sidesteps, puts it up, doesn't go, but he was fouled.
Coach Honeycutt not happy with his play from his kids.
Not at all.
Not at all.
And that's going to be the third foul on Gross.
And Gross will probably have to sit.
Rarely do you see Coach Honeycutt with that much emotion. And the first one will go, and that's the first point for Cook, who shoots 51% from the line.
You know, Cook's one of those guys that, you know, not huge on the offensive end, but does a great job defensively and hitting the boards.
That one rattled and came out. Gross with a rebound. Crossover by Collins, floater. It doesn't go. Rebound comes to Edwards. Looking up the floor, gives it up to Skidmore to the baseline, had it. Cook with a spin, trying to pick up that foul from Gross, misses it. Rebound's going to come to Edwards. Spin, nice playing in.
Nice move there by Edwards.
And Edwards makes such a difference for this Powell County team when he's in the game.
And that gives Edwards 9 in the first point since, of course, the first quarter. Back door to Spurry. Turns, pivots, and puts it in. He's fouled.
My goodness.
Just hard to contain, guys.
You know, he is, I don't know, he contorts his body and some of the, you know, just to get his shoulders squared to the basket, it's just unreal.
And Campbell will come in for Gross, who picked up those 3 fouls.
I thought Mr. Gross would get a vacation because Coach Honeycutt was not happy with it.
Oh, he's admonishing him right now. Said, don't come down on him. And Spurry will shoot the second and knocks it down. Perfect from the line, 4 for 4 so far tonight. And with those 5, in the third, he's got 18, and that's a steal. Collins goes in. It's fake and puts it in.
Yeah, you could see him reading that pass.
And that's going to put the biggest lead for Breathitt County up, 51-35, and it's going to be a full timeout, David.
We'll take one as well. 51-35, as my partner said. 4:20 to go in the third. We're coming back.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
51-35, 4:20. And education does pay. Your producer counts very well, guys. We're ready to go as Powell will have the basketball after the timeout.
Let's see what Coach Crow's come up with here. Ramsey coming off into the middle of the lane, loses control, knocked away, and he's fouled. And that looks like that's going to be on Campbell. And it is. Campbell's going to pick up his third foul.
You know, the guys are looking at the officials. Both of them do. Hey, you don't look at the officials, guys. When they make a call,
play ball.
Maintenance bar, it's like you said 4 or 5 ball games ago. It is what it is, and you play on.
Play the next play.
I thought the officials have worked this game very hard and doing a good job, guys.
Faulkner puts it off the board in the end. Gives him 7, and here comes the intense pressure from Powell County. Spurry with the basketball, pump fakes. Collins, long three, good.
Little string music, Hyman KY.
He shot that one from Malley.
54-37. Powell needs a bucket.
Badly. Tried to press and put it in. Edwards say, and it Spurry way up. Collins was 7 after that three-pointer. 5 against 4. Honeycutt with a fake. Skip. Can Collins do it again?
From deep.
No.
Oh, in and out.
Rebound's going to come down to Turry. Spurry to Honeycutt. 3. Doesn't go. Rebound to Ramsey.
Breathitt getting some looks.
You can kind of get the sense that Breathitt County's smelling blood right now.
Yes, they are. And Powell.
Desperate need of
Yeah,
score.
they've not shot well, guys, after the first quarter. They've not.
Ramsey into the lane. Has to pick it up. Backdoor to Edwards. Edwards floater doesn't go. Spurry with a rebound.
You know, that's a part of Sperry's game that's overlooked. He is a really good rebound. Holy cow.
And it goes out of bounds.
Speaking of the Reds, that looked like a Rob Dibble fastball down there.
Man, that one did go through kind of quick.
Yeah, that had the mustard.
And you mentioned about Spurry. He's the second leading rebounder on the team. Honeycutt out of the basketball game, and Stallard, who played a good first half, comes in for Honeycutt. Isolation on Faulkner. Turns, puts it in. No, it doesn't go, but there's Skidmore. Misses it.
Oh, my.
Spurry goes up, gets the rebound. Got to have those.
Powell working hard, like you said, man. So they got to have those.
And Spurry is fouled and puts it in.
Boy, Honeycutt, you know, one of the first times you've seen him really showing some emotion this game with the big fist pump after that shot.
You know, Honeycutt a little worried before the game. Yes. He said if Powell shoots the ball,
it's trouble.
Like they did,
Like they did in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And Spurry, that puts him at 20 as he tries to convert the three-point play.
Yeah, he's just a phenomenal player.
And it will go. And there are some college coaches here today watching Mr. Austin Spurry.
Glad to have them along. No question about it.
Edwards with the lane puts it down.
Edwards says.
Let's see if that gets him going.
Where did that come from?
Yeah. My goodness, he got up.
The two-handed slam.
Powell got some athletes, guys.
Yeah. Oh, yes, they do.
Let's see if that spurs the Pirates on to try to get back in this basketball game. Coach Honeycutt realizes that and kind of slows the pace down a little bit. Spurry coming off the Campbell screen. No look, doesn't go, but there's Turry blocked. Edwards with the ball. And he's going to be fouled by Campbell, and that's going to be his 4th.
Yeah, that was a little ticky-tack up top right there, and Breathitt County fans not pleased with that call.
Honeycutt will come in for Campbell. Edwards spins, loses control of the basketball. Collins with it.
You know, Collins has played a great game tonight defensively.
Yes, he has. He's had a real good ball game, guys. Sure has.
At the 1 minute mark, Spurry, 16-footer rolls, and it goes in.
Shooter's row.
You're right, shooter's row. You're right. 39-59, 20-point lead, the largest lead for the Bobcats.
10
and that's
points.
Too much body in open court.
Yep.
10 points for Spurry in the third, 23 total, and that's going to be on Collins. And that will be his first, and that will be 5 team fouls, and that will send Faulkner to the line to shoot 2, where he has made his only other attempt.
Sperry with his average already at the end of the third quarter.
And like we said, a little bit more involvement by the other players tonight rather than the first half, as Faulkner makes the first free throw. Give him 8 on the night. or the afternoon, I should say.
Afternoon. We don't have many afternoon
Day goes
guys.
at night goes into day, and day goes into night. It seems like.
Yeah.
Well, when you've called this many games in a row,
it rolls and doesn't go. Spurrier goes high up to get the rebound.
I would think Coach Honeycutt would want one here, guys. I would think.
He puts up a one. I don't know if that's the play or if that's how many. Skidmore guarding Spurrier out front. Goes in, sidestep off the board and puts it in.
It's hard to deal with him, guys, really.
Once he gets in the lane, he elevates. You just can't get up there with him. Kicker, Faulkner, 3. Doesn't go. Long rebound. Collins, 2 against 1. He's got the angle, and he's going to be fouled by Ramsey. And that's Ramsey's first, and Collins smartly will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Collins did a great job just getting the shot off through the contact to draw up, make it a shooting foul.
He went into him. He played it right.
Collins, an 85% free throw shooter for the Bobcats. First one rattles, and comes off. Cook in for Skidmore, and Gross will come in for Spurrier and give him a 14.3
rest.
Second rest. First time tonight.
You know, he didn't come out of the game at all against Prairie Central that I remember.
Second one is good. 14 seconds. Nice fake up and no good. And Stallard is going to be called for the foul, and that's going to be his second. Nice play call by Powell County.
Yeah, and that isolation, I mean, they've had good things come out of it pretty much every time they've ran it.
Spurrier will come back in the last 4.2 seconds.
Try to get that score at the end of the quarter.
He's very capable of getting a shot off pretty decent in 4 seconds.
Yes.
Ramsey with 16 with 4.2. And it does not go.
And Powell was hot as they could be start of this game and just went cold, guys.
And I think, I did not write it down, but when Edwards picked up his second, can't remember what the score was, but that was a big.
Powell was up by 4, I think, wasn't it?
Here we go. Honeycutt had the shot, didn't go, and had to win the third quarter.
Breathitt County, 8 minutes away from Monday night. Stay with us. Fourth quarter coming up.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
41-62 Bobcats. Manus, Breathitt County has been hot since the second quarter.
Yeah, and everything's gone through Spurrier. And
want to remind you, Manus, at the end of this game, you and Jim, we get to hear a great post-game conference by the winning coach and the UK Rural Health Player of the Game, and we're looking forward to that coming up as well. We get started back. Powell will have the basketball.
Got to have something real quick. Cook goes in, goes to Edwards up and off the board. Nice pass by Cook. Give him double figures with 11 now, and here comes more of the pressure. Powell County got to have some turnovers leading to some easy buckets, getting the basketball out of Spurry's hands. Turry to Honeycutt. Collins, long three. Doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Cook. So defense was effective for the Pirates. Edwards thought about the three for just a second. Got to have a few of those to get back in this game. Ramsey off the board and in.
They're going to do that matchup right there, guys. They're going to switch out till they get it.
So 4-0. Honeycutt dribbles the ball through, gives the ball back to Spurry. Into the lane, goes up and lays it in.
Oh, my, did he leave from the foul line.
And he averted the foul as well. Edwards, long three, good.
Nice jumper.
Give Edwards 14. Draws within 16.
Powell County just picking up, trying to pressure the ball.
Yeah. Breathitt County got to be valuing the basketball. Collins goes in off the board, doesn't go. Fight for it. Gross has it. Turns up.
With
good.
The left hand.
Yep. Gross strong. He got that rebound because of his strength, guys.
Yeah, Edwards shaking up.
Edwards went up, landed on the right ankle, looks like, man.
Yeah, I think he landed on somebody else's foot when he came down.
Yeah. Cook picks up his third.
Teams first.
We'll check on the young man as he's still.
For Powell County, number 22, Nick Gross.
48-66 their score.
Gross made the basket, and he'll go to the line, and that foul once again was on Cook.
That was he's getting up. That's a good sign. And walking on, putting a little pressure on it, Manus, you and Jim.
Yeah. And he's an outstanding player. And,
yes, he is.
Like we said, when he went out with those two fouls, made a big-time difference for
Powell
County.
Noticing the shoes nowadays, looks like Spurry may have the only high-top shoe on the floor. Him and Terry. That's so much change. Used to, we couldn't play unless we wore high-top shoes.
Yep.
You know?
We played in the Stone Age, old David.
Well, don't mention that, man. Let's just talk about the shoes.
Okay.
You know, Powell County, really going to have pretty much the whole team back next year.
They are. They're going to have a good ball club.
Yep, they lose Crow as Gross converts, and that gives him 9.
Yeah, well, you know, Gross and Terry, when they're in double figures, Breathitt County's really, really hard to beat.
And Ramsey turns and puts it right in. Gives him 21.
He's a nice player. Got good touch.
Powell County still got the fight in, and it's kicked, and that turns it over. Goes to Faulkner going against Honeycutt. And it's going to be knocked away by Honeycutt and saves the basket.
You know, I've watched Honeycutt all year. He's got the quickest hands. You know, you'll see him with so many deflections off the ball.
And that would have been an important basket for Powell County to score and get right into. It goes to Faulkner off the board and puts it in. Give him double figures with 10. Goes to Turry. Turry goes up, puts it in.
Anybody want to take that charge, guys?
And that's going to be a full timeout.
Not me.
Me either, David.
We'll take a break as well. 69-52 our score. Bobcats 5:40 away from Monday night. We'll be back.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
Dad, turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Welcome back to the Double Quick Boys 14th Regional Tournament by Knott County Central High School. Want to thank all of them for their hospitality and getting us ready for these games, guys. They did a great job with this tournament, no question about it.
Oh, once again, big thanks to Greg Kahn, Superintendent of Knott County Schools, treating us like royalty up here.
And we appreciate that.
Yep. Oh, very much so.
Getting ready to start back with 5:40 to go. A sub cannot take place once the horn. Is that correct, Manus?
You are correct. You have to be checked in before that first horn goes off.
Powell County have another run left in them.
Yep, and
got to make up a lot of ground here.
And I see exactly where they're going, and it's going to be a turnover as Gross tips it away. So cannot have many more of those if Powell County hopes to get back in.
No, and if I'm Breathitt, I'd probably start looking to salt it a little bit.
And they are spread way out, but as you say that, Collins said, I'll knock the three down.
Collins has had a huge game for the Bobcats tonight.
Collins says, I'll play a little string music in Hammond KY, my friend.
And
once again,
another turnover. Oh, throws it away, and Crow will lay it in.
Nice play by Crow. Had to stay with that play in order to make that.
Collins' last basket put him in double figures with 11. There goes Spurry back on the cross, and it's going to be a foul.
Guys, he is absolutely amazing to watch play.
And even the Russian judge would probably give a 9.9 on that one.
Yes, he would. I mean, goes in and makes a over-the-shoulder, no-look pass.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it political. Turry will go to the line for two. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight, and that one does not go.
You talked him out of that one, Manus, I believe.
And Edwards will come in for Cook. Breathitt County trying to go to the finals for the third time in a row. Powell County trying to get back to the finals since 2003 when they won the 14th region.
Turry left the line too quick that time, guys. Didn't get a good fall through.
Edwards goes into the lane, fakes. Ramsey pump fake. Goes in, kicker to Edwards, another good fake. Goes all the way to the rack, misses it, fights for the rebound. Gives it up to Spurry.
Oh, big guy. Oh, my.
Give him 29.
And Spurry with 4:15 says, we want to play in the finals, baby. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to take a break. 54-74. We coming back.
That was
a lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex here on the campus of Knott County Central High School. Powell County will have the basketball. 4:15 to go. Breathitt leading by 20, 74-54.
Tipton throws it in the backcourt to Edwards, and they'll set their offense. Ramsey trying to get something. Edwards long three, and it's off.
Edwards did not get square up, Jim.
No.
Comes into Spurry. Honeycutt to Collins. Long to Curry. Goes all the way across. Saved behind the back pass to Gross. Collins into the lane, kicks to Honeycutt, and throws. It might be, and that's going to be a foul by Crow.
I think Coach Honeycutt's going to take time off that clock each time he has possession.
Well, I think it's going to be free throws, layups, and in the case of Spurry, dunks. But, and Powell County's going to keep scrambling and fighting for every loose ball. And Gross, such a nice turn. Yeah. And that's going to be over the back foul on Turry.
That was a great spin move, though, very quick by Gross.
Just did not convert. Turry will pick up his third. Crow with a dribble, looking for something, but Collins right on him, being very aggressive.
You know, Powell's got to spread and drive guys. You've got 3.5 minutes and maybe kick out if somebody leaves to guard you.
Gives up to Edwards, fake, and Spurry fouls him and says good move, and he helps him up. Edwards with a nice move, which will send him to the foul line for the first time tonight.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Shooting 68% on the season.
Yeah, this Powell team, not a bad basketball team, folks. They play a little bit.
And next year.
Yeah.
I mean, they get everybody back, and except Crow is a senior.
Yeah, they'll be a force to be reckoned with in the 14th next year.
Yep. If you play them, you will know it next year.
Stallard comes in for Gross, and Tipton will go out for Powell County. Give Edwards 16 as he makes the second.
Clock, the biggest enemy of.
And Turry will go in behind the defense, and he will lay it in.
He gives Coach Honeycutt a 5 on the way back, guys.
That gives Turry 18. And Faulkner almost stolen by Collins. Crow with a long three, not going to go. And it looks like Stallard is behind the defense, and he will miss it. He missed the bunny wide open, and there goes. He's fouled. Is he okay as he hits one of our camera people, Josh? Heaton down there.
Poor old Coach Honeycutt's had a rough ball game, guys. He just, oh, my.
I think a win would help that out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
And that's the 4th foul on Sperry.
And misses the free throw. Spurry with the dribble, and he will back it out. Coming to double, making Spurry give up the basketball, and it
was touched.
Was it touched?
Yeah, it was touched.
And the officials say no, wasn't touched.
Yeah, it was touched.
The official told Spurry, nope, was not touched.
Spurry, Mike and Spurry are talking there.
Edwards, nice shot.
Leads at 17 with 2:22 to go.
Edwards, a special player, guys.
Yes, he is. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 76-59, Bobcats, 2 minutes, 19 seconds.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
(76-59) our score here in Kentucky, Missouri. It looks like Cat's going to get a W minus.
Yeah, and only the second loss by Missouri on their home court this year. Spurry goes in, lays it in. Gives Spurry 31. Long three, Ramsey comes up short, rebound.
Oh, no.
Goes behind, Spurry will go in, and he will dunk it.
He's been rough on the rims today.
And there goes Edwards, and he will go in, and he will lay it in. .22 for Edwards. Just thinking that Powell County wished they had him in the second quarter.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And there's going to be a foul by Cook.
Minute 30. Bobcats will come in Monday night, and they'll face the winner of Wolf or Hazard, which will be about 20-25 minutes after this game. So Monday night at 7 o'clock, it will all get started.
Spurry reverse bounce pass. That's the first one that Turry's missed all night, and it goes all the way back, knocked away. Collins able to retain it. And there's going to be a foul by Tipton, and that will send Stallard to the line.
You know, it looks like safe to say Hazard or Breathitt County is going to move on, and potentially, if things follow the books tonight, could potentially play Hazard for the 5th time this year.
And the last one was a dandy game.
It was a dandy.
Yes, it was. We were right there. And Coach Honeycutt will bring in some subs. Wyatt Spencer and Aiden Combs, and Powell County will do the same. They will have number 14 McKinney, and number 21 Whitehurst comes in. And like to just congratulate Powell County on a wonderful season, and Coach Crow.
Yeah, and go get to work, because they're going to have one of the favorites coming into the region next year.
Yep. Crow will miss the jumper. Stallard with the rebound. Oh. And Tipton is trying to make his way. And Breathitt County will completely empty their bench.
Yeah.
And you'll have Adam Spencer. You will have, let's see if I've got everybody, Jason Tosin.
And Mr. Turry.
Jaden Hudson.
Guys, Mr. Turry, your man to join
yes.
the guys?
Yes,
I
he
think
is.
So.
Braxton Turry.
Braxton Turry will be our player of the game, and what a game he had today.
Adam Spencer had the basketball to Tosin. Goes inside, and it's going to be going back to Tosin. Whoa. And there's a three, and it is blocked by Crow. Spencer thought he was going to get an open three there for just a second. Basketball comes into Burton. Does get off a three that time, and Spencer will knock it down. Crowell will lose it, but Edwards will pick it up. And that will end the basketball game, David.
83-61. Breathitt County moves on. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Stay with us. And want to remind you, post-game show will be coming up shortly as well. So stay with us here on WYMT Hometown 24. We're coming back.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Game finally over, our first one, as the Bobcats will move on to play on Monday night. And now it's the Hazard Bulldogs and Wolfe County turn. So, guys, looking forward to this game coming up as well. And what a game by the Bobcats, Manus Blair.
Yeah, and, you know, that's spurred on by Spurry, and I mean, no pun intended. You know, when he scores and he gives the basketball in the places he needs to give the basketball, just really tough in guarding the Bobcats.
Yeah, that's one thing that, you know, Sperry, not only is he an incredible scorer, he makes every player on the team better.
Yeah. And that's sign of a very good player.
I thought Turry was big on the baseline today, Jim.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was an unstoppable force down there. And really kudos to, you know, we saw Collins come, you know, give him some great offensive and defensive plays tonight. They got a lot of scoring. You know, Gross ended up with, I mean, have 8 or 10, Gross.
Gross ended up with 9.
9. So when you can get those big guys right there going, and then Collins is going as well, hey, Breathitt's a tough out.
And, David, I guess we're waiting on and Spurry is being interviewed down with WSGS, and I think we've about got everybody other than Coach Honeycutt, looks like.
Yes, I think so.
You want me to quickly to go over
let's do the stats since we've got a minute.
Okay, just real quickly, and you can alert me when they get up there. Powell County, once again, they will drop to 17-12. Nice year for Coach Crow and the Pirates. Cook had 1, Ramsey with 21, Tipton failed to score, Edwards with 22, Faulkner with 10, Creech with 1, Skidmore with 1, and Crow with 6 for a total of 61. For Breathitt County, Collins with 11, Stallard with 6, Campbell failed to score, Turry with 18, Spurry with 33, Gross with 9, and Honeycutt with 3.
Good job, my friend Manus Blair and Jim McCauley. Let's take it to our post-game show. We're ready to go.
We are here post-game with Coach Jeff Honeycutt and Braxton Terry.
Braxton, congratulations. You are our UK Healthcare Gene Buchanan Medical Center 14th Region Tournament Player of the Game. That's
Thank
a
you.
mouthful.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. Coach Honeycutt, I'm not even going to tell you what he sit up here and said about you when you ran off to celebrate without him to the locker room.
I believe it. He's that type of guy. He'll catch you back turn and get on you before you know it.
Braxton, I want to say, first of all, again, congratulations on Player of the Game. Congratulations on making it to Breathitt County's, correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, but your third straight region championship game here in the 14th region. How does it feel to be back? You know, you unfortunately got sent home early last year and didn't get to go to Rupp, but you made it to this game again this year with a chance to redeem yourself from last year. How does that feel?
Well, it feels good because we knew Powell County was going to come in here and be scrappy and get on the rebounds. I think they out-rebounded us 2-1 at home last time, so it just feels good to get back to the championship. Hopefully we can get it done this time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Coach, obviously you're no stranger to this region tournament, and you've survived and advanced again, something it seems like you're pretty used to at this point. You've done pretty good in this thing.
I've been blessed to have great players and great support from administrative people. And my wife, God's blessed me. More than I deserve, and we've been blessed to do it again, and we're going to try to take advantage of our opportunity. And no matter what happens today, we're going to have a tough task ahead of us, but we're going to enjoy it the rest of today and get to the gym and get to work. And we would love to punch your ticket to Rupp.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Braxton, we talked a little bit before this game about how you're on a team that is pretty senior dominated. There's a lot of you guys that it's do or die time for you. Any of these games you understand could be your last high school basketball game. How does that play into what you all do out here on the court?
Well, obviously, it's going to make us play a lot harder, knowing if we don't play our best, we can go home at any time. So we're just trying to play hard, focus on defense and offensive calm.
Coach, Braxton just sit here and said a minute ago that he knew that Powell County was going to be scrappy coming into this game. Obviously, that's been one of their MOs all year, is to play scrappy, be physical. How did you account for that in your strategy coming into this today?
Well, we we were lucky enough to play them about 2 weeks ago. And we tried to play, everybody in the 14th region. That way, if we run into them in the tournament, we'll know what to expect. If we hadn't have played them, we wouldn't have known how good they were. Coach Crow has done an exceptional job his first year there. They have got a heck of a squad. They keep coming. We got up 20, and you'd have thought the game was tied. They just keep coming and keep coming, and that prepared us. And then they kind of took advantage of us at home. We were very fortunate to win. They made 12 threes. Out-rebound is 35-17. Pretty much done everything you can do to win a ball game, but win a ball game. And it kind of was embarrassing with the effort that we give defensively, and that's what we stressed once we got by Perry. And then we knew our opponent was going to be Powell. We went back and looked at that. And, you can't have that on a big stage like today.
Absolutely. Braxton, you've been a monster on the boards all year. You've been averaging almost 9 rebounds a game coming into this. And he just mentioned the last time you played Powell County, when you played them at home, they out-rebounded you. He said 35-17. They're a big team. They're tall all the way around. Did you come into this thinking about what Coach just said about how they out-rebounded you before? And did you come into this tonight thinking you've got to change that?
Yeah. We knew we had to come in here and rebound or we weren't going to win this game. It's plain and simple. They're a huge team. We tried to box out. We got to box them out and keep them off the glass to win a game. So, yeah.
Well, guys, I know that it's fun to celebrate, and you're going to celebrate today, but unfinished business. You've made it to the region championship game again this year with your opportunity to punch your ticket to Rupp Arena. So congratulations. Go enjoy this time, and we wish you the best of luck going into the championship Monday night.
Thank you, and thanks for all the coverage you all give. 14th region in Eastern Kentucky is blessed to have not only you guys but everybody in the social media. It's just unreal how great you all do.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it, and we're always happy to cover some of the greatest coaches and greatest players in the state of Kentucky.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
In Kentucky,
We understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
For over 25 years, we fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates & Sloan right now and let us fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates & Sloan.
Brady. Breathitt County advances over Powell County to make it to their third consecutive region championship game. It's got to be a good feeling for Coach Honeycutt and the Bobcats.
It's not over.
It's not over.
I know that's what he's thinking right now, and it's not over. And his mind definitely is thinking about Monday.
Absolutely. When you think about a team like this, and as many seniors as on this Breathitt County team, you have to imagine that not only it has to probably be a little bit easier for Coach Honeycutt to get these guys to lock in.
Yep.
They've been here before, they're used to it, and this is their last go-around for a good majority of that team.
Yeah, and he's got the guys to do it. Anytime you have Sperry that can go off at any given time, and everyone on his team today contributed in some form or fashion. He's got to be feeling good. Enjoy the rest of the day. What would you be doing if you were them?
Man, if I'm making it to my third and I know I've got to play on Monday night against the winner of this next game between Hazard and Wolf, I'm gonna eat me something good tonight. I'm probably gonna find my favorite meal and I'm gonna get in the bed early.
Yeah,
they're tired.
And enjoy some hoops tonight.
Enjoy some hoops tonight. College basketball on.
Yeah, but I'm excited for this game.
I'm telling you, Hazard and Wolf County, so Breathitt County will find out their fate here in just a short time as we tip off between Hazard and Wolf County. Again, I want to talk about the coaches in this 14th region. You said earlier some of the greatest coaches in the state of Kentucky right here, and you got to think Bull Creech and Al Holland coming up here in a minute are two of those names.
Absolutely, and again, we see contrasting styles about you're going to see today. You're going to see a team that really wants to drive the basketball. They're young, and versus a team that's big. And honestly, people would say in Hazard that they're a favorite.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of been that MO all year. Hazard was the team to beat. But I tell you what, we were talking to Coach Casey Huff just a minute ago from Knott County Central. It's March. It's tournament time. And I can tell you right now that a Coach Creech Wolf County team is not going to back down from a fight. I don't care who it's against.
And it goes back to our theme, young, kind of playing loose. This is a team that wants to get downhill. They want to drive the basketball, but Hazard's tall.
Yeah.
They're also they're a team that's they're going to be driving into bodies. I say driving into trees. So they're going to be driving in there. It's going to be a little bit tougher for them to finish than last game, but I think they're going to play loose. I like to use the word fearless. They're going to be fearless tonight, which is always a scary team to face, especially if you're the favorite in Hazard. But on the flip side, Hazard was tested last game. Hazard was tested, and I think that was a good, if you asked Coach Holland, I think that was a wake-up call.
Well, we talked a little bit before. Everybody, when this draw came out, talked about that first-round matchup between Knott County Central and Hazard. And you have to think Knott County Central, for a lot of fans, they were feeling like it's a tough draw. You play Hazard first round. But you got to think for Hazard as well, it's a tough draw for them. You've got 4 days to prepare, however. This is a quick turnaround where you have to go around and play a team this quick in Wolf County.
Definitely. Well, Blue, let's send it over to the game.
Well, it's basketball time. Here we go.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels